Did you know that the handful of nuts you eat every day for your health could actually be working against you? For many seniors, nuts are a go-to snack. We've been told for years that they're packed with healthy fats, protein, and fiber, a perfect food to keep us strong and active. You reach for them thinking you're doing the right thing for your heart, your brain, and your energy levels. But what if some of these seemingly healthy snacks are secretly causing inflammation, draining your vitality, and even putting your health at risk? The problem isn't the nuts themselves, but how they are prepared and sold. The food industry has found ways to turn these natural powerhouses into products that can silently contribute to the very issues you're trying to prevent: high blood pressure, fatigue, brain fog, and digestive distress. These problems don't just make you feel unwell, they can slowly erode your strength, your stability, and your independence. If you've been feeling sluggish, achy, or just not quite yourself, the nuts in your pantry might be part of the problem. Let's take a closer look at 7 types of nuts that seniors must avoid to stay healthy, and what you should be eating instead. The truth might surprise you. 1. Salted nuts, the hidden driver of swelling and high blood pressure. Almonds, pistachios, and cashews are celebrated for their heart-healthy fats and minerals. You see them recommended by health experts everywhere, and a salty, crunchy handful seems like a harmless, satisfying snack. After all, a little salt makes everything taste better, right? But what if that savory coating is quietly waging a war on your circulatory system and making your legs feel heavy and swollen? The truth is, most commercially available salted nuts are loaded with sodium, far more than your body needs. For seniors, the consequences can be particularly insidious. At first, you might not notice much. Maybe your ankles seem a little puffier at the end of the day, or your wedding ring feels tighter than usual. You might chalk it up to the weather or sitting for too long. But beneath the surface, something more serious is happening. Excess sodium forces your body to retain water, placing an unseen burden on your heart and blood vessels. This can lead to elevated blood pressure, increasing your risk for heart disease and stroke. But it also directly impacts your mobility. That retained fluid often pools in your legs and feet, causing uncomfortable swelling, also known as edema. Your legs can feel heavy, tired, and achy, making it harder to walk, climb stairs, or even stand for long periods. Instead of feeling energized by your healthy snack, you find yourself feeling sluggish and weighed down. The danger is that it happens gradually. You keep eating the salted nuts, thinking you're getting protein and healthy fats, while unknowingly contributing to the very fatigue and discomfort you're trying to fight. So what should you do instead? The solution is simple. Choose raw, unsalted nuts. By cutting out the added sodium, you get all the benefits of the nuts without the risks. You might be surprised at how quickly your body responds. Less swelling, more energy, and a lighter feeling in your legs. Before you grab that can of salted nuts, ask yourself, is this snack building my health, or is it secretly weighing me down? But sodium isn't the only additive with hidden dangers. The next type of nut is often marketed as a treat, but it could be silently fueling inflammation and fatigue. 2. Candied and sugar-coated nuts, the sweet path to inflammation. Pecans coated in a sweet cinnamon sugar glaze. Honey-roasted peanuts. Chocolate-covered almonds. These sweet treats are often found in holiday gift baskets and gourmet food aisles, presented as a more wholesome alternative to candy. They seem like a harmless indulgence, a way to satisfy your sweet tooth while still getting some of the benefits of nuts. But what if this sweet coating is actually a Trojan horse for sugar, silently sabotaging your energy levels and promoting body-wide inflammation. For seniors, stable blood sugar is crucial for maintaining consistent energy and preventing the crashes that can lead to fatigue and brain fog. When you eat candied nuts, you're not just eating nuts. You're consuming a significant amount of refined sugar. This causes a rapid spike in your blood sugar, followed by an inevitable crash that can leave you feeling drained, irritable, and even weaker than before. If you've ever felt a sudden wave of exhaustion in the afternoon, your healthy sweet snack could be the hidden culprit. But the damage doesn't stop there. A high-sugar diet is one of the primary drivers of chronic inflammation. This isn't the temporary inflammation you get from an injury. It's a low-grade, persistent inflammation that smolders throughout your body, contributing to joint pain, muscle stiffness, and a host of chronic diseases. Your aching knees, the stiffness in your back, the general feeling of being sore and tired, these aren't just signs of aging. They can be fueled by the hidden sugars in your diet, including those from candied nuts. The irony is that you're eating nuts for their anti-inflammatory properties, but the sugar coating completely negates these benefits. It's like taking one step forward and 2 steps back. Instead of fighting inflammation, you're feeding it. The solution is to retrain your palate to appreciate the natural sweetness of nuts. A handful of raw walnuts or lightly toasted pecans has a rich, satisfying flavor on its own. If you crave a little extra sweetness, try pairing nuts with a few berries or a small piece of dark chocolate. Before you reach for that candied pecan, ask yourself, is this treat truly nourishing me, or is it feeding the inflammation that makes me feel old? And if you think added sugar is bad, the next danger is one that lurks unseen, turning your healthy snack into something that can harm your digestion. 3. Stale or rancid nuts. The invisible source of oxidative stress. You bought a large bag of walnuts from a bulk bin to save money, and it's been sitting in your pantry for a few months. They don't look moldy, so they should be fine to eat, right? Many of us store nuts this way, thinking they have a long shelf life. But what if those nuts, even if they look perfectly normal, have gone rancid and are now flooding your body with free radicals that accelerate aging and weaken your cells? The healthy fats in nuts, particularly the polyunsaturated fats in walnuts and pecans, are delicate. When exposed to heat, light, and air over time, these fats oxidize and become rancid. This process not only destroys the beneficial nutrients in the nuts, but also creates harmful compounds that lead to oxidative stress. You can't always taste it. Sometimes rancidity presents as a slightly bitter, paint-like, or off flavor, but other times it's barely detectable. When you consume rancid nuts, you're essentially eating free radicals. These are unstable molecules that damage your cells, including the cells in your muscles, your brain, and your vital organs. This cellular damage is a major contributor to the aging process itself. It can lead to chronic fatigue, memory issues, and a weakened immune system. If you've been feeling run down or foggy-headed, despite eating a healthy diet, the stale nuts in your cupboard could be silently undermining your efforts. Furthermore, rancid fats can be hard on your digestive system, causing discomfort, indigestion, and inflammation in the gut. A healthy gut is the foundation of overall health, and consuming rancid nuts can disrupt that delicate balance. The solution is simple but crucial. Buy fresh nuts in smaller quantities and store them properly. The best place to store nuts is in an airtight container, in the refrigerator, or even the freezer. This protects their delicate oils from oxidation and preserves their nutritional power. Before you eat from that old bag of nuts, give them a sniff. If they smell even slightly off, it's not worth the risk. Is this snack providing life-giving nutrients, or is it contributing to the cellular decline you're trying to prevent? The next danger is even more serious, involving a toxin that can be found in one of America's most popular nuts. 4. Peanuts with hidden mold, a quiet threat to your liver. Peanuts aren't technically nuts, they're legumes, but they are one of the most common and beloved snacks in the world. They're affordable, packed with protein, and a staple in many households. But peanuts come with a unique and serious risk that many people are completely unaware of: a toxic mold called aspergillus, which produces a substance known as aflatoxin. What if the peanuts you're eating are carrying this invisible toxin, placing a silent strain on your liver and immune system? Aflatoxins are potent carcinogens that thrive in warm, humid conditions where peanuts are often grown and stored. While commercial peanut butter and packaged peanuts in countries like the US are tested for aflatoxin levels, the risk is never zero, and it can be higher in improperly stored or bulk bin peanuts. For seniors whose liver function and immune systems may already be more vulnerable, even low-level chronic exposure can be a serious concern. The liver is your body's primary detoxification organ. When you consume aflatoxins, your liver has to work overtime to process and eliminate them. Over time, this can lead to liver inflammation and damage, impairing its ability to perform its hundreds of vital functions. Symptoms of a strained liver can be vague and easily mistaken for aging. Persistent fatigue, digestive issues, and a general feeling of malaise. You would never suspect that your daily handful of peanuts could be the cause. Aflatoxins also suppress the immune system, making you more susceptible to infections and illnesses. If you find yourself catching every cold that goes around, or feeling like you can't quite shake off a feeling of being unwell, a compromised immune system could be at play. The solution is to be extremely selective about your peanuts. Always choose reputable, major brands of peanuts and peanut butter, as they have more stringent quality control. Avoid buying from bulk bins where you don't know how long they've been sitting. And if any nuts look discolored, shriveled, or moldy, discard them immediately. While peanuts can be a good source of protein, the potential risk of aflatoxins means other nuts, like almonds or walnuts, are often a safer choice. Is this convenient snack worth the hidden risk to one of your most vital organs? 5. Heavily roasted nuts. When healthy becomes harmful, many people prefer the deep, toasty flavor of dark roasted nuts. They seem more flavorful, crunchier, and more satisfying than their raw counterparts. But what if the very process that creates that delicious flavor is also creating harmful chemical compounds and destroying the nut's most valuable nutrients? What if your healthy roasted almonds are actually contributing to inflammation and cellular damage? When nuts are roasted at very high temperatures, especially until they are dark brown or slightly burnt, a chemical reaction occurs that can form acrylamide. Acrylamide is a compound that has been linked to nerve damage and an increased risk of cancer. While the levels in roasted nuts are lower than in French fries, chronic exposure from a daily snack adds an unnecessary toxic burden to your body. But that's not the only problem. High heat roasting also damages the very things that make nuts so healthy in the first place. The delicate, heart-healthy, monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats can become oxidized and inflammatory. The valuable vitamins and antioxidants are degraded, leaving you with a snack that is nutritionally inferior to its raw version. You're eating for health, but you're getting a product that has been stripped of its best qualities and infused with potentially harmful ones. You might notice this as a general feeling of malaise or inflammation. Your joints might feel a little more achy, or your recovery from a long walk might seem to take longer. You would never think to blame the dark roasted nuts you eat every day, but they could be contributing to that low-grade inflammation that holds you back. The solution is to choose raw or lightly roasted nuts. Light roasting, often labeled as dry roasted without added oils, can enhance flavor without the high heat damage. Better yet, learn to love raw nuts, which deliver 100% of their natural, God-given goodness. Before you buy that bag of dark roasted nuts, ask yourself, am I paying for flavor at the expense of my health? 6. Nuts in processed trail mixes, a minefield of hidden sugars and unhealthy oils. Trail mix seems like the ultimate healthy on-the-go snack, a mix of nuts, seeds, and dried fruit. What could be wrong with that? It's often marketed as a source of energy and nutrition. But what if most commercial trail mixes are little more than glorified candy, loaded with hidden sugars, inflammatory oils, and unnecessary additives that drain your energy and sabotage your health goals? Take a closer look at the ingredients list on a typical bag of trail mix. You won't just find nuts and raisins. You'll find yogurt-covered raisins, chocolate candies, and dried fruits like cranberries and pineapple that are sweetened with added sugar. The nuts themselves are often roasted in unhealthy industrial seed oils, like soybean or canola oil, which are high in omega-6 fatty acids and can promote inflammation when consumed in excess. The result is a high-calorie, high-sugar, inflammatory snack that can send your blood sugar on a roller coaster, leading to energy crashes and cravings. Instead of providing sustained energy for your day, it gives you a quick jolt, followed by a slump, leaving you more tired than before. This is the exact opposite of what a senior needs to stay active and independent. The combination of sugar and inflammatory oils is a 1-2 punch against your health, contributing to joint pain, brain fog, and weight gain. The solution is to take back control and make your own trail mix. It's incredibly simple. Start with a base of raw, unsalted nuts like almonds, walnuts, and pecans. Add some healthy seeds like pumpkin or sunflower seeds. For sweetness and fiber, add a small amount of unsweetened dried fruit like raisins or chopped dates. That's it. You now have a truly healthy, energizing snack without any of the hidden junk. Before you grab that colorful bag of trail mix, read the label and ask, is this real food or is it a candy bar in disguise? The final danger on our list isn't about an additive, but a physical characteristic that poses a direct and immediate threat to seniors. 7. Whole hard nuts, the choking hazard you can't ignore. This final point isn't about toxins or additives. It's about a simple, mechanical danger that is often overlooked. For many seniors, especially those with dental issues or a condition called dysphagia, whole hard nuts like almonds, hazelnuts, or Brazil nuts can pose a serious choking risk. We think of nuts as a food that keeps us strong, but what if one wrong bite could lead to a life-threatening emergency? As we age, our saliva production can decrease, and the muscles involved in swallowing can weaken. This can make it difficult to properly chew and swallow hard, dense foods. A whole almond can easily be inhaled into the airway, causing a choking episode that can lead to a fall, injury, or worse. The risk is subtle but very real. You might have a lifetime of experience eating nuts without a problem, but a single moment of distraction or a coughing fit can turn a healthy snack into a dangerous situation. Even if you don't fully choke, aspiration, where small particles of food go down the wrong pipe into the lungs, can lead to aspiration pneumonia, a serious lung infection that is particularly dangerous for older adults. You might not even realize it's happening, dismissing it as a small coughing spell after eating. The solution is not to avoid nuts, but to change their form. If you have any trouble chewing or swallowing, opt for nut butters, ground nuts sprinkled over oatmeal or yogurt, or softer nuts like walnuts and pecans that are easier to break down. You can still get all the incredible nutritional benefits without the physical risk. Your health and safety are paramount. Before you pop a handful of hard, whole nuts into your mouth, be honest with yourself about your ability to chew and swallow safely. Is this form of the nut worth the risk to your safety and independence? For seniors, making smart food choices is an act of power, a way to protect your vitality, strength, and independence. Nuts can and should be a part of a healthy diet, but as we've seen, not all nuts are created equal. The very snack you trust to keep you strong could be laden with salt, sugar, toxins, or inflammatory oils that work against you. The problem isn't the nut, it's what has been done to it. The solution is awareness. It's about choosing nuts in their most natural, whole state, raw, unsalted, and fresh. It's about reading labels and rejecting products filled with sugar and unhealthy additives. It's about modifying them for safety if you need to. By making these simple shifts, you transform nuts from a potential hidden danger into the true health-promoting powerhouse they are meant to be. Now that you know which types of nuts to avoid, you can fill your pantry with choices that truly nourish your body, support your energy levels, and protect your long-term health. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this article, please leave a comment with a 1. If not, feel free to comment with a 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for reading, and here's to living life on your own terms.